It is a Labor Day Friday in the A.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful last several days right here in the ATL. And what are we here doing? We're here for y'all. We are here for y'all. As a matter of fact, who are you again? Because I kind of forget.
The bowl won, the cold one, John. Colder Ice Lawson.
Well, you need to spell it out or something. Well, you said
Well,
colder
we
ice.
can go into it.
All right, but we're not doing that because now it's my turn.
Okay.
I'm Brent Leary. That's how it's done.
Yeah,
That's how it's done, folks.
it's
Welcome.
okay.
Welcome to Friday afternoon. Pass the mic. I don't think we were here last week. I can't remember.
We weren't. That's what I'm like, man.
Yeah. You were out in Cali, weren't you?
I was out in Cali.
Speaking to the peeps.
Yes.
Tell the peeps who you're speaking to.
Oh, we talked to the California Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, statewide, whatever they call it, event, annual statewide chamber event. Yeah, okay, we'll call it that.
Nice.
And of course, I was speaking on AI and small business. I gave them 5 great tips, and it really went over well. And I got swarmed at the end, of course, with people like, "Oh, that's cool," that kind of thing. So, yeah, it was.
That's what they said, huh?
That's what they always said.
That's what they said.
It was great. You're so awesome. My gosh, where have you been all my life? Those kind of things. Sort of like you said.
And then you like woke up and then you went to the thing and then it got started. So what give us at least one of the 5 things you told them. I mean,
Well, I talked about agentic AI and how, this new tool, Marbleism's been changing the game for that very rapidly. That's one of the things. Just those kind of things. And if you go check it out, use my code, John, so you can save 25%.
Oh, damn it. That's why it wasn't working. I thought your
That's
code
why they love me.
I thought your code was OLD. But
I don't know why you are so on this thing.
I thought that was the code, man. I'm sorry. I got it all wrong.
Whatever. Yeah.
It is
whatever.
John. It's John, folks. JOHN apostrophe.
Yeah.
What was that?
You are not going to shame me because I made it to 60.
Fred G. Sanford, SANFORD, period. Do you do that? Do you put a period?
Yeah. Do you know he was only like 45 or 7 or something like that?
He was born in 1922 and Sanford and Son started in 1972, so he's like 49, 50.
Okay.
But he looked 65, 70. I mean,
he did. I mean, I used to think he was so old in that show, and here I am 10 years past that.
Yeah, he was a young buck compared to you.
I know. He was.
Yeah. But it was that was one of my favorite shows.
You know what it is? This is what keeps me young. It is.
What is it?
Black castor oil.
Black what oil?
Black castor oil.
Oh, you drink castor oil?
No, you put it on your skin.
Oh. That was the stuff that your mom used to give you when you were sick back in the day.
This is black Jamaican castor oil. It's not the same.
I just heard the words castor and oil.
Yep.
And had a serious
put it on your skin and you will look as good as I do after 60 years on this planet.
Definitely not putting
if you're lucky.
Nowhere near me.
You can do that or you can look like him.
That's fine.
So grab your castor oil immediately if that doesn't scare you.
Are you done? Are you done?
No, I'm not done yet.
Yeah, because look, your minions haven't come to defend you so far.
Yeah, I'm going to still talk more crap.
Yeah. Speaking of which, yeah, right. I said it, minions. And I did give you the plural, so at least I give you that. I mean,
exactly. Thank you.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the minion. How did you make people love you so much?
I just show up as me. That's about it.
Your authentic self.
I don't make people love me. They just do. You know what? Honestly, I think part of more than anything is just being giving.
Yeah.
How can I help you? That's been
Oh,
my
is that
moniker.
is that it? How can I help you? Okay.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine, right? And she is very, I don't know if you know Tiffany Largy, but some people might, right?
And
But she's pretty influential and
what
done
does
a
she
lot
do?
of. She's a personal brand
That's why
expert.
I don't know her.
Yeah. No, she doesn't work in corporate. She works with people that are of corporate. But
I mean, I wouldn't know her if she wasn't. I'm not a
well, I mean, most corporations need personal branding for, you
personal
know,
like product branding or like
no, personal branding.
most
Personal branding is
companies need
how
personal.
personal branding is how you become a C-level exec a lot of times. It's about
Oh, like executive coaching and all that kind of stuff. Is that part of that equation?
no.
No.
Just,
Oh, okay.
Google it.
All right. So she does that. She does. Who's her audience for that? Like the small business exec,
No,
like
it's usually
CEO.
it's usually executives and CEOs.
So what are personal? I'm not even trying to be funny. I have no
Uh-huh.
idea what they do for executives. So tell me, what is a personal branding
I
expertise
mean, I
for?
mean, everybody has a personal brand. Okay, just in general. So your personal brand, part of that would be I uh, dress in LA Rams gear because I love the Rams, and so I want to show forward that every time I go places, right? And I know what I know, and I don't feel like I've got to wear a suit and tie for people to recognize my expertise. That is you, and you live in that, and that's your personal brand. That's your brand. Everybody has a personal brand.
But if I take the other side of that,
Uh-huh.
it's yeah, I think I do all of that, but I don't do it because I'm trying to make a statement about this is my brand. I just like wearing the stuff I wear
Yeah.
and not having to wear other things to do what I do.
Right.
So does that mean that me just being me, other people put a brand on that? Because I certainly
No,
am.
that
I
means
know.
that means a lot of people have not totally figured out how to show up being themselves without feeling a certain type of way.
So all right, so
Right.
a personal branding expert.
I mean, hey, I'm not a personal branding expert, so don't get it
I'm,
twisted. That
I'm
you know what I'm
but
saying?
you know
I'm,
them and you have worked with them. I'm not saying you did personally, but you know them, right? And
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what they
yeah.
do,
I've
right?
seen the work.
Yeah, okay.
So yes,
I mean, have you ever hired a personal branding expert for anything or
No, but you know what? That's the funny thing is that you know, because that's the initial thing about the conversation was, I just show up and I be me and how people love me, right? And so she was sort of pointing out that's your personal brand, and if you take that and amplify it and then build your business and your marketing and everything around that, um, it would actually, like 10x, probably 100x your probably your what I'm able to charge.
so why didn't you do that if that's the case?
I'm getting ready to go see her in a week, so there you
Okay.
go.
I'm
But now,
truly interested in how this.
but here's the thing, though. The thing or the key is that um, knowing that she does this work with all these people and all that stuff, and I've known her for over a decade now, and we just are friends, just like me and you are just friends. And I'm sure when other people like meet you or something, they're kind of like, well, what can Brent do for me? Because you're well connected in that. But I've never come to you and be like, hey man, can you do something for me? Kind of, I've
Right,
never approached you that way. And that's
right.
what she was like, you never approached me like that. And I think that's one of the reasons why people like me. I mean, I'm never out to find out what you can do for me, kind of, you know what I mean? And we got a lot of people in our world a lot of times, and it's always about what can you do for me, you know? And
Definitely.
it's just, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think that is one of the reasons why people feel comfortable around.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, you know, I never really hear you talk about personal branding. Like, you know, there's a lot of people we know, and that's all they talk about. It's like, can we talk about something else? Does everything have to start here and then end with the personal brand stuff? I mean, look, and I'm not trying to disparage anybody, but there's a lot of people out there talking about this stuff. Way too many, I think, than are needed. I'm not saying there are some good. I know there's some good ones. There's a lot of bad ones. There's a lot of people that you shouldn't even be saying it, because you don't really give off the personal branding expert kind of thing that I would think about. You know, just because you can put the two words together doesn't mean you should be talking about it.
Right.
But there are a lot of people that. All right, let me ask you this: why do you think there's so many people talking about, you know, personal?
Well, I think it's become a buzzword recently in the last, you know, couple of years, along with all of the bro hustle kind of thing and the internet marketing thing, and I want to be an influencer. So I think that's, you know, everybody now is talking about their personal brand. But, you know, personal branding is just the way you present yourself to the world. And RuPaul has a great saying that I always think about, is like, you know, we're all born naked and everything else is drag. I think I said that one other time on the show.
And I disagreed at that point. That same thing.
Well, okay. Well, okay. So I would flip that into everything else is your personal brand.
All right, but who's doing the defining of what your personal brand is? Because it's not the person, it's the outside world, it sounds like.
Somewhat, but it is your reputation, it's your voice, it's the image that you build. And I think a lot of us are not aware of the impact that can have on people and who they think you are, what they think you do, and why they should actually trust you.
So when you do go to a personal branding expert, what do they do for you?
I don't know, man. I'm not going to be able to tell you that until after next week. Totally. But I think more than anything, it's just helping you define, or I don't want to say define because that sounds like you're creating it, but distill what it is that you know, what it is that you are, what makes you up.
But isn't that possibly part of the deal? Like, let's say you go to, you know, this person who is I'll take what you think as gospel in this term. You like her, you think she's, you know, that you're willing to give her a shot, because I know you wouldn't if you didn't really respect her or whatever as that. So you go, you have your thing, and what if she says something like, well, if you really want to get here, your personal brand needs to be this, and right now it's that, but with these three things we can get you from there to that, given that might actually make you not as authentic as you are.
No, won't work.
Okay, so if that's the case, so you're basically saying, look, I want to get here, and she says, okay, if you want to get here, you got to go from this personal brand, your authentic, real, just organically grown personal brand, to this, which is not at all authentic or organic, but it'll get you to where you say you want to go. What do you do with that?
Well, what would I do to that? If
What
that
would you
were the
do
case?
with that? Yes. What would you say? Okay, I get what you're saying,
But
and
that's
I
not.
do want to get there, but
But
or
I'm
is
not
it
going to change who I am to get there.
okay? All right.
So I think more. Here's more of what it would be like. It's like, where do you want to be, right? And then it's like, here's where I want to be. This is what I want to do. And then it's like, what have you done? And it's like, here's what I've done. Here's what. So okay, here I'll give you what really got me on the plane
Okay.
with her, because she was like, you've done so much. You're just so amazing. And I just be like, yeah, thanks. You know, let's have another drink kind of vibe.
Yeah, please.
you
Several
know.
more drinks. We
Yeah.
need it.
But then she's like, you don't totally show up 100%. And I'm like, that is somewhat the imposter syndrome in me.
Is it
Right.
that, or is it you're not showing up in the places that you need to show up?
What do you mean? In the places?
Like say you want to go here, you want to go from where you are now to there, and she says, you do a really good job. Your brand is great.
No.
It's just not that the people that need to know how great it is and where you want to be, they know
Right.
it. That's okay?
Yeah, there's
right?
there's a sense of that too. And
Okay.
but it all ties back to you're not going there because you're not in your real brand. Your personal brand is not it's like, and that's the imposter syndrome. You feel like if I feel like if I go there, I'm an imposter. And it's like
Look, your stage presence and the way that I've seen you do what you do, it is so authentic. It makes it very easy for the folks in the audience to connect with that.
right.
But if you want to get to this other audience, and I don't know what that is, I'm just saying if it's something different, yeah. What are you willing to change, evolve?
No, it's not that. It's like you are ready for that audience. You just don't know it.
So it's not necessarily personal branding as much as personal placement to get you in front of that audience with who you already are.
Somewhat. Because she's not going to help me get in front of that audience necessarily.
All right. So this is just me asking. What do you, and I'm not saying it's about her specifically. I'm just saying, why do you need a personal branding expert if that's not your branding is not the issue?
I can't explain it. I can't totally explain it because I'm not that. You have to let those kind of folks talk to you about it.
It's almost like you need an SEO expert for getting you in front of the right audience as opposed to a branding expert.
That would be a good one. There's just a way to bring a message. So there's just a way that you can communicate to different audiences in different ways. That's all, so
that I've seen you do that too. I mean,
I know it's weird. But
I don't think that's the issue.
No, I don't think that's the issue either. I think the issue with me is I just don't know what I already know. And I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think you need someone or some expertise that gets you where you say you want to be, although you seem very comfortable, and I know you are, I'm just saying you seem very comfortable with how you've approached things so far.
Yeah, that might be that's part of the problem, I think I'm a little bit comfortable, a little too comfortable, and I need to be challenged and pushed a little bit for this last,
Like, what's something that you haven't done that you really want to do when it comes to
something?
Yeah.
This is too personal, dude. That's too personal for
I'm
me to be
talking
putting on
about like
in a
come on.
podcast that nobody's listening to. It's
Well,
like,
this is the perfect time to do it because nobody's listening. Your minions have forgotten you today.
yeah, I know. It's so sad. It's nobody's
What's
here.
something? What is something like speak at a certain conference or like something that you always wanted to do in the professional hemisphere of your life that you haven't done, and you need to do something to
Okay.
get there.
Okay. More than anything, I want to fish in a different pond.
Okay.
Let's put it like that. And leave it at that for now. And then come back at me in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I think for me, it's not like I haven't done all the things I wanted to do up until my 60s. But now that I'm 60, right, and old, like you say, I have to, I feel this inside of myself, right? It's like I got to transition from my story being, here's what I want to do, to here's, I've been around the block and done it already kind of vibe. And I don't necessarily know how to position myself that way. And I'm not really comfortable showing up that way. So this is part of my personal brand that I'm working on. I think that's it.
So if you had to define what your personal brand is to somebody, how would you describe it?
An asaged wisdom old man.
Well, you have, right?
I know. What part am I missing?
No, I'm kidding.
Whatever. But you know what I'm saying? And it's really more than anything that's been kind of cool is she's helping me go through all the things that I've done because I forget a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I did speak at the White House. Yeah, that's true. I did go and, around the world twice. I mean, like literally speak to damn near every continent. And, it's been so much that I've done over the years. And just, I never really lay it out and then really start picking and choosing the main things to put on my plate to present to that client that I'm really looking to work with. And I'm not looking to work with any client for a long time. That's just not something I want to do. You know what I mean? So I know what I don't want to do. And she's like, well, what do you don't want to do? And I can tell you that. Then it's like, well, what do you want to do? Well, anything but those things. And that's my fuzziness. So we're working through a lot of that right now.
Let's say hello to Amber.
Yay, Amber. Now I'm not talking to just him.
Amber, first of all, hello. We missed you earlier today, but we're glad you're here with us now. So let me ask you this, Amber. If someone were to ask you what John Colder Ice Lawson's personal brand is, how would you describe it? Put it in the comment section. I am very interested in seeing, although I know the superlatives are going to be sickening. I better get a throw up bucket next to me.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah.
But I was just handed a package.
That looks like a good bag to hurl in.
Wow.
So, Amber, let us
Amber
know.
gets the answer.
Yeah, Amber, let me know.
She might be walking or something with the headphones
on. She might be, but if you can, if somebody were to ask you what John Colder Ice Lawson's personal brand is, how would you describe it? Let us know.
Okay.
If you can. So what do you got there?
So we don't have our friend here today, which it's unfortunate. Okay. So
we talking about
Freddie?
Oh, Freddie Taylor, I think his name.
Yeah, Freddie Taylor, right?
Yep.
So this just came in my.
Oh, you bought his book.
I did buy his book.
50 Truths.
50 Truths They Tried to Erase. Black Power, Culture, and what is that? Resistance Uncovered.
I think so.
Freddie Taylor. Yep, it is Resistance.
He does the cards too. Is that
Yep,
what?
Urban Intellectuals. That's his brand.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I just got his book.
You know what I would
Ready.
say? I would
hold
say.
on. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. I gotta do this.
Oh God.
Okay. The reason why, because he had asked, he said, "Hey guys, if you buy my book, will you take a picture?" So now I got a picture
okay.
of us showing it on the show.
You know what?
There
The
you
one
go.
thing I think is wrong with that book, the
What's
title.
that?
It should say the top 50 because there's way more than 50.
Oh,
Should say just the top 50. Let Freddie know. He needs to get that updated soon.
that's cool.
Okay, so Amber says, master expert of e-commerce and AI.
Thank you, Amber. Okay, that's cool.
Short, sweet, succinct,
Short,
easy to
sweet.
remember. So why
is
do
awesome.
you need to go to anybody else? You
I
don't
know. No, we're actually going. We're going through the process of putting together my next book. So
Oh,
that's part of the personal branding part.
let me guess what it's going to be about.
No, what do you think?
Does the two letters A and I show up anywhere?
Not in the title, because I don't want it to be a book about AI. You know what I mean?
You're not going to make it kick-ass AI or something like that?
Exactly. I'm not going to do that, but the same concept, somewhat. Yes, but yeah.
Okay, so there's another book coming. That's what I just heard.
I think so. Yes, and this is going to be an audio book first.
Oh, really? Are you going to use your own voice and like read it for us?
Voice, the whole nine.
Yeah, you should get like a different voice. You should get like
screw that, dude. Again,
you know that one voice that everybody uses. That one dude.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. No.
I
hate that voice.
I cannot stand that voice anymore. I hear that dude that kind of somewhat gravelly. They say that you got to do. As soon as I hear that freaking voice, I am out.
Turned you off, right?
I cannot.
It was like the first AI voice, really, between him and a lady one.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's why I don't use what's that Google Notebook. I think you can now get other voices, but they used to have those two, one man and one woman voice. And I was like, no, I can't.
Everybody has used it.
Can I do this anymore?
Yes, they have used it to death, bro. It's crazy, you know.
All right, so you got to report in whenever you have your session or whatever they call it.
Yeah, after matter of fact, it's 2 days after I leave with hanging out with you guys.
Okay. So you're going to Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh wow, that's where she is?
That's where she is.
So is this like some kind of what do you all call them things? Like a 2-day intensive? Is that what that is?
No, this is a one-on-one, sir.
Wow. What how much so you actually putting out money to do? Wow, I am really impressed.
None you damn
He is putting out money for some. Oh my gosh. Hey. Whatever that lady said, I need to know. So
no, you got to work with the best to be the best, bro.
All righty, this is exciting for me. I get to
we'll see.
Vicariously live through you to see how this thing works.
That's cool because we'll have we'll have this show to say this was the origin story.
Oh wow!
Wow! Nice. Right? Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Cannot wait for you to come back from that. I want to hear all of that.
It's going to be an intensive. It really is going to be intense. I'm only there for a few days, and she done sent me the daggone. You
got the agenda, itinerary, whatever.
The itinerary is pretty intense. So, well,
yeah, Amber, we will be ready to hear the whole story once he gets back. I know you want to be there for that. I want to be for that.
Oh, you're funny.
All right,
funny.
Moving on.
Yes.
I wonder
what's on your brain.
How important do you think? Because I know we mentioned this a little bit during the morning or the afternoon, early afternoon, but Trump's attack on the Fed has now gone beyond my buddy Jay Powell. Now he is
Have you met this guy? What is this, your buddy?
He's my boy, Jerry. Jerome Powell, Jerry, whatever,
Okay.
you know. Anybody that stands up to this guy, I find he's okay. My boy. Okay. Jay Powell. You just call him Jay Powell. That's what I'm saying. Jay Powell. That's right. Actually, just J and P-O-W, like Powell. Jay Powell.
Powell. Okay. Wow.
Wow, that's right. Wow for Jay Powell. Anyway, so we've seen how your president has continuously, ever since he got into office the second time around, has been killing this guy because he wants him to lower interest rates so bad. We don't even know why, but you know, he wants them lower because he thinks all sorts of stuff is going to happen. And that's true. A lot of stuff is going to happen and not all going to be good. Meanwhile, this guy, my boy Jay Powell, has been steady, has not let all the hate that the president is bringing to him make him make judgments that he wouldn't normally make. He's been really steady. Now, Trump has gone after other members of the Fed governors board or whatever they call themselves.
Yeah, are there other members or just this one member?
Well, he's going after, her name is Lisa Cook. I believe she's a graduate of Spelman University, so you know.
Yay, Spelman, Atlanta.
She's, I believe, the first Black governor on the Fed board. And for whatever reason, he has chosen her to completely go after and try to get rid of her. And he says he fired her. The only problem with that is we're not sure a president has the authority to actually fire a Fed governor. So she's suing him for all this. So we have a battle between the president and the whole Fed, basically, it sounds like, because he wants them to buckle under and do whatever the hell he says. And so far, they haven't. And he's very frustrated with that. So he first went after my boy, Jerry. Now he's going after my girl, Lisa. Yes, she's my girl, Lisa.
Okay.
A lot of uncertainty is coming because the Fed is like the only thing that kind of stands between us and one man rule for everything. Let's put it like that. One man rule for everything. The Fed legally has been positioned so they are a independent entity that cannot be swayed by politics. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So are you remotely paying attention to this? And do you think it has any level of importance to us as American citizens, but also as a small business person?
I definitely feel that there is a important component of having the Fed being somewhat separate from the presidency. Absolutely. You know, because of course that is how our American dollar has been, you know, the staple for the rest of the world, is because it's not influenced by our political body. That's one of the reasons, you know. And I think that if you break that bond or that separation, it's going to be a problem. So that's probably as deep as I could actually go on why the Fed matters.
Really?
I don't. Well, I mean, just because I'm not that as well versed in it as you are. You tell me. Now, let me ask you why. Let's put that question on to you.
Okay.
I think you're better at answering.
The Fed's main goal and objective is to make sure our economy doesn't go off the rails. That means it could go off the rails with inflation. It could go off the rails of high unemployment. It could go off the rails for high interest rates that causes stuff to happen. It could go off the rails in a number of ways. And there are a number of different metrics that those folks use to try to make sure that we stay on course. And this is a full-time job doing these kinds of things. This is not something you can just do, over, a few hours of the day, or, try to get up to speed by doing a correspondence course. This is full-time work. Getting PhDs in economics and being very fluent in all, not just the monetary policy of the United States, but the whole of the world. This is a lot of really complex stuff. It's not just one metric. It's not just, let's lower the interest rates. That'll take care. It's not that. And we have a person in the office who thinks he knows more and better than all these people. I think that's a big problem.
I mean, that's just him on everything.
That is true, but everything isn't as important as this.
Cake, he would swear he was better than Betty Crocker.
Yeah, you're right. But the thing about that, he messes up a cake. Who the hell cares about the people eating the cake? He messes up the economy. It's not just the U.S. It's the whole world because they're so interconnected. Right. That's why I think it's like excruciatingly important to have a better knowledge of this than we have ever had. I don't think most small businesses really cared before this time, but I think it's time for them to really get knowledgeable and important about how all this stuff works and how the system was set up to try to make it sure that we don't have one person that has complete control of the economy. And I think we have a person in the office who's trying to set up everything with these weird executive orders and firing people, and so that he can actually have full power over the economy. I don't care if you're a Republican or not. I don't think you want one person having that much sway over what goes on. So that's why I think this is terrible. I hope that
evidently they think he should. So
that's what a lot of people think, until it's too late to fix what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean.
But the country, the founding fathers and all that kind of stuff, the way that they set up this country, and particularly the economy, is to not have one person who might wake up on a bad day and say, you know what, interest rates got to come down, without understanding the complete ramifications about what one move, what might seem to be a little move, how that impacts the overall. So I think it's time for a lot of us, most of us, to have a much better understanding of how this country was set up and why it was set up that way, and why. I don't care who is the president. I don't want any one person having that much sway over what goes on from an economic standpoint, because it doesn't take much to take this whole country down with the wrong move at the wrong time. And we've seen his tariffs. We saw inflation inching its way back up, and the tariffs really haven't had an impact on that thing yet, but it's starting to inch up, and that's just one of his decisions. So I think it's very important. Amber, do you follow this? Let us know how closely are you looking at this stuff, and what do you think about him trying to fire a Fed governor and also still trying to get rid of the Fed chair? We've never seen this before. We've heard presidents squabble about wanting things to happen at the Fed, but not getting to this point. And
everything he does, we've never heard before. So.
Yeah, well, that's true. Let's see. Amber says, I think it's a day-by-day learning process.
Yeah, I think the average American doesn't understand.
Look at Amber also. The professional government officials they're confused too. Let's go to the CDC stuff. Oh my God. First of all,
crazy.
We've got RFK Jr. as running the HHS. So
yeah,
that says it all right there.
The guy that picks up roadkill and takes it home to eat. He is in charge of. It's just weird.
The person that they hired to run the CDC like a month ago
He fired.
They already fired her. I mean,
You know, because he doesn't want vaccines, which I don't know. We'll see.
I think,
We shall see.
I really wish that we were, as a country, we were able to say, look, you could be a Republican, you could be a Democrat, you could be an independent, it doesn't really matter. But if somebody is running the country like this, I don't care what their affiliation is. I don't want them there. I don't think we're not there yet. I mean, one side wants to, blame the other side. The other side likes to blame the other side. But in an instance where I don't think it's about any one party. I think it's one individual that has completely gotten us to this point. And it would be great if we could all just say, all right, politics aside, this is about one individual. How do we handle that? I wish we were able to be at that.
I think they tried once and didn't work too well. And now he came back.
Yeah,
he came. Yeah.
He's not God. He's not really being God. See, the first.
I know.
Who? All right. Who's what? Project 2025 folks? Or?
No. Just ask me the question and I'll give you the answer.
Who's guiding the orange man?
Satan.
I don't think it's. I honestly don't think that. I think he really feels like he knows it all. He knows best. He knows it all.
Yes, he does. That's exactly
that's what he thinks.
That's who he is. That's who he's always been.
And maybe on the small business when he was running his father's company, well, into the ground. But before that, he always dealt from a standpoint of leverage. He was dealing with these small construction people, so he would always be able to leverage that.
He is again.
But you can't. I don't think you can. I don't think you can do it effectively at running a country, running the biggest, most.
But I'm saying he has the leverage.
He has the leverage, but it's not. You can't run a small business, or at least I don't think you can run a small business and a country that is a democratic capitalist country.
Well, that's not what he's trying to run.
Well, he's trying to run it like he ran his company.
That's what I'm saying. So, which was not democratic. So
no, that was
what he's trying to run.
That was completely authoritarian.
Exactly. That's what he's trying to create right here.
Seems like the white hats are doing what they always wanted to do. Maybe they are carrying out someone's thing. Who are the white hats? Cowboys?
I'm not sure.
Give us a little bit more on that one, Amber.
I don't know what a white hat is.
But you know what? She's doing that, so it must be a joke.
Okay.
Sorry, we didn't get that one.
Yeah. But
I'm just saying,
it is, man.
I don't think.
Okay. So back on this part. So that would be kind of equivalent to the coach being also the referee.
Okay, that's what you meant. All right, so let's put it like this. The first go around when he was the president, you notice he actually had, what do they call, like mainstream Republicans that were trying to keep him. He had a lot of mainstream Republicans on his cabinet, and I think they were constraining his more ridiculous urges, because there were actual people around him who did care about doing things the right way. Now, in his second term, he don't have any of those kind of people around him.
Right, but I think
he's got the sycophant. He's got the sycophants. He's got like half the people from Fox News are running like the defense secretaries and head of all sorts of. It's people that were just talking heads like a year ago.
Yeah.
And that's what he wants around, because he doesn't want anybody to say no to him.
Exactly.
Or anybody who literally knows more than him. He doesn't want any of those people around, because he wants to be the smartest person in the room. And when you're the president, you really don't want to be
Here's what kills me. Honestly, it's not like I don't understand him. I understand him completely. He doesn't confuse me. He's not confusing to me, right? The people around him are confusing to me. I don't understand wanting to be a yes man, wanting to have a position but in name only. I don't understand that, where you just sit around and say, yeah, oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what you do. Yes, sir. I don't get that. That I could never do. And the people that are doing that, it's just amazing to me. So they're the ones I'm scratching my head around,
But
not him. He
it's,
doesn't confuse me. He's been this way all of his life.
but this is not just those folks sitting around him. You got Tim Cook went there begging on
That was
bended knee.
actually the impression I was doing.
That it look, our boy Jeff Bezos, back down when he got challenged on the whole
Although
tariff thing.
those don't confuse me either.
Jensen Wong went there
Doesn't confuse me.
begging. So these aren't people who aren't already
Doesn't
powerful
confuse
and have even
because
more
they're
money
gonna
than
do,
him.
but they're only as powerful as they are allowed to be by federal regulation. So walking in and pretending is one thing, and that's what they do. I mean, when freaking the Apple guy came in and was like, "Here's a piece of glass," that was the most hilarious thing to me. And the fact that nobody really talked about that, I mean, it was hilarious. It's like we just made this shit up yesterday, brought it to you, and it's just hilarious. But that's how you play them.
This is a very special piece of glass.
Right.
We've only made
Call
one
this
piece
the
of glass
Trump
like
piece of
this.
glass. It's so easy. He's so easy to play, like a violin, dude. I mean, Putin got him down. I mean, every freaking time Putin meets with him, he looks so weak and so secondary. It's amazing.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember
Putin
when
plays
Putin
him.
met with Obama, you could feel the steam in the room, right? It was like, those are two strong men running too strong. You don't feel that with Trump. It's like you're going to get whatever at the end. Putin's going to get whatever he wants.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just like, if you know him, you know how to play with him. So I get it. Those things don't confuse me.
Yeah, but the thing is, they might be, some of them might be doing that to play them. Some of them are doing that because it's straight up fear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the disappointing part.
But and I mean, they have to be afraid.
Did I play you that snippet of the latest cabinet meeting where it was like every one of those suckers was they were trying to out compliment what they said about Trump. It was the most ridiculous cabinet meeting I've ever seen.
How fast can you shuffle?
Yeah, basically.
How fast can you shuffle?
And how much better can you make your compliment than the one you just heard?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It was, and that's
all day long.
Yeah, I mean, they did some of that in that first his first cabinet, his first go around. But ain't nothing like what we saw this week.
Nothing like it. And here's the other thing too, is I think because of the way he treated those people in the first cabinet is the way or the reason why the people in this cabinet are acting the way they're acting. I mean, they've seen what he's done to a lot of the people that were in that first cabinet, right? But there's certain people you don't mess with, like, what's her name? Oh, whatever her name is.
For what?
The black chick from the first.
From his first cabinet?
Yeah. Omarosa. He don't fuck with her. I noticed that. He don't fuck with her.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. There's a reason why. Because he could take down anybody he want to take down, but he ain't never really took her down. I wonder why. She knows something. There's people like that around, That really, but
it's kind of like what Putin. He knows something.
right, he knows something. Putin got something on him.
You don't mess with him at all.
Look, not one iota, bro. Not one iota. He's on, his I's are dotted and his T's are crossed anytime he's in the room with that guy.
And
We're
that
talking about that guy.
and he's been thumbing his nose in Trump's face, like all that stuff. Russia's. I think they want to do a deal, and I think they'll be willing to do it. And then as soon as he says that, he does something like bombs more people. I mean, it's
crazy. It's crazy.
And
but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm kind of going back into my hole. I'm just not going to continuously watch this guy. I mean, I know where we're going. I already know where we're going.
Yeah, I think we all kind of do, but some of us are gonna try to act like we didn't sign up for this. I'm like, if you voted,
oh, absolutely,
you absolutely sign up for it.
I mean, I've really been enjoying a lot of the tweets coming out of the mayor's office.
Oh.
He's been giving him some hell, but I mean, there's only so much he can do. He's just a mayor of
the only people that could put an end to this are the voting public in the midterm.
They're not going to do it. I'm not hopeful because there's nothing to vote for.
Well, that might actually be what happens. The people stay home and I'm saying the people that usually back him stay home. They're not going to vote. They ain't going to vote Democrat, but they might just stay home.
Yeah,
that's the only, and even with that, look at all this redistricting. Like, he's going to sue California, but not Texas, and all that is by suing California, that just makes the time go by more and more, and maybe they can hang this thing up so that they can't have any impact this in 2026. That's all that's going on. Because how can you sue one and not the other, and they're doing the same thing? I don't know. But anyway, I want to just sit in a dark room with no lights and just some food, and just sit there for the next couple of days and watch football. I forgot about that part.
Exactly. Football season starting. It's going to be much better.
I need a distraction, and thank God for football.
There you go.
Let's end on that positive note. Yes, football
season's about to start.
It's going to save us all, people. Thank God for football. Anyway, have a great Labor Day weekend. Have a great week after that,
and look for us.
Yes, hopefully you'll see all of it, not just in these little boxes. We'll actually be all together.
You'll be in a safe room so I can fight.
Yeah, aren't you already supposed to be fighting Ramon or something like that?
I could throw hands.
Oh, I'm all in for that one, folks. Yeah, Amber, I'll let you ponder that right now. You ponder the Electoral College. I'm just gonna ponder college football for the weekend, and we'll get back to you next week. So have a great weekend. We will see you later.